I guess we were going to take a dip in the shenanigans pool sooner or later. I don't know about the winner. I don't know about that bottom two. Well, one out of the bottom two. I did like this episode, though. One contestant's fate hangs in the balance of really what's going to happen the next episode. Ciao. Let's go ahead and get into this review of episode 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 3. Cue my theme music. Listen. Yeah! Yes, God! Oh. Get that out of there. Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, and subscribe to my channel. Oh, settle down, Matt, settle down. I love this damn wand. Thanks again for tuning in. My social medias are in the description down below. It's that Linktree link. Hit a branch, catch a social media page, and subscribe and follow me on my other platforms. Don't forget I do podcasts on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays on the Stereo app, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm partnered with the Airtime app for Drag Race Everything on Tuesdays and Drag Race Trivia and Hot Topics on Thursdays, where Julie_Noted joins me for the games and the good times, and you can win some money. Okay, let's get into this episode, kids, because there are a few things we need to discuss. If I missed anything, we'll save it for the panel on Sunday. Here we go. So we lost Anubis, Tear. Elektra is feeling the heat as she was in the bottom, doesn't want to be in that position again, and would like to have the heaviness of a badge weighing her down. Dear Elektra, good luck. Veronica is still feeling underestimated and that she should be in the top, and she'll do whatever she needs to do to be in the top. All right, Veronica. Victoria was this close to a badge, but not close enough. And Crystal is feeling her Versace shit. Okay? I mean, a lot. She was humbled later, but whew, the beginning of this episode, girl, you couldn't tell her nothing. Nothing. Alan Carr will be sitting in for Graham Norton, and our special guest is Oti Mabuse, who was the winner, or a champion, yes, of Strictly Come Dancing. They don't have that out here. We have Dancing with the Stars. They be weird with that score, y'all. She was a champion on Strictly Come Dancing, and Mama is here for a dance challenge. All right. Next day in the workroom is a little banter here and there. Of course, River, how do you feel about your looks? I hope they look better. Crystal, how are you feeling about your badge? I am the shit. Look at this face. Crystal was very unlikable for me the beginning of this episode. And RuPaul honestly doesn't help the situation by coming into the workroom and giving them a mini challenge. Oh, excuse me. One person a mini challenge. What was the whole point of this? Like, aren't the mini challenges supposed to include everybody so we can get a winner of said mini challenge and then move on from there? Nah, baby, no. No. RuPaul wanted to see how messy this little 19-year-old was. That's how I feel. I said, little girl, RuPaul did one of them little girl moves, okay? Like, let me give you something and see how you act with it. Very that. So, RuPaul gave her the mini challenge, Rupert Market Sweeps. You heard me correct. One more time, Rupert Market Sweeps, okay? RuPaul needed her to run around, not even half the workroom, and look through these bargain bin items, or I should just say items in general, because some of them were bargain bin and others were random food or cans or objects, and she was looking for special stickers that she then would label her contestants with. That's not gonna go wrong. So with her getting these price stickers, she's putting them on the queens that they would best describe. Starby was one of them, and that goes to who their biggest competition was. Crystal gives it to Victoria Scone, but makes sure to imply the reason why she's giving it to her is because she is bigger than her. That she's big. Not that she's a threat. Crystal, you just called her fat. Like, just... It was very strange. Okay? Like, you're talking to somebody that's had to clear a couple jokes before. Honey, You directly just called her a big girl. Like, moving on. She gave the bargain bin badge to River and said, well, look at her last runway. I mean, the first one wasn't awful. The second one was. But poor River, you've been given the tea and coffee badge. Trade of the season went to Ella Vidae, and I saw later why that was the case, because Ella's kind of built. Ella's cute too, but I can see why Ella got trade of the season. The out-of-date badge... If this hadn't gone to Veronica, I don't know what show I would have been watching. But God, that would have been funny if she hadn't just called Veronica old. Ageism. Fat phobia. Oh my God. Crystal, are you going to apologize for these tweets too? And Boggoff was given to Elektra as she felt she'd be the next one to go home. I would have given her that too, because that's where my mind was at. At the end of it all, RuPaul asked a few questions, checked her just a tad bit, and left everybody else feeling uncomfortable after she just read these babies personally. It was a little too much. And you could see Crystal like, oh no, I did the wrong thing. You were trying to make RuPaul giggle, and you thought being a see you next Tuesday was going to be the selling ticket for RuPaul, and you were wrong. And so now you have seen where you were wrong here, girl. Had those jokes landed with Ru, would you have still kept the energy? That's all I'm asking. She sees it later. We'll talk about it. Now for the Maxi Challenge. If y'all don't know RuPaul by now, Mama's really good at taking a word, dropping her own name into it, or throwing something to do with drag in there, and it just being the new thing. For example, Peloton has now been turned into Dragaton. We're back into the workout universe, like we saw in season 3 with those infomercials with Dragaton. Yes, we're going to be working out with drag queens. All right. First group is Theresa May, Vanity Milan, and Elektra. Going to be the spinning class on the stationary bicycles, serving a lot. Let's get to choreography. Second group is Crystal Versace, River Medway, Veronica Green, and Kitty Scott Claus. And they are the ball busters. They're going to have exercise balls that they must work out with. Last group being Charity Case, Victoria Scone, Ella Vidae, and Scarlett Harlett, BABYCIZERS. These are working moms, working out moms, working with their babies. Drag Race. I said, okay, give us a show. Let's see where this goes. Of course, not everybody is a trained dancer or can get choreography very quickly. Hell, a lot of these babies were out of breath on step 5, but everyone's going to try, and we love that. Before I go any further with this, with Victoria Scone, girl, they gave you a Eureka edit. And I'm talking about season 9 Eureka, not 10. But when she got that knee injury, I'm going to still do everything I got to do to be in this competition, but I'm certainly not going to be doing what everybody else does. There is no way in the world, if her knee continues to swell and is in that much pain, that she's going to be able to go through this entire competition sitting in a chair half the time. I love you, Vic. I love you, Vic. I love you, Victoria. But it's not going to work that way, boo-boo. Also, the pit crew, once again, is being underutilized as they're on the green screen or whatever television screen is in that workroom, and they're doing something suspicious. RuPaul comes in to give some good advice and sort of to assess the situation with the queens and see where they're at with this Dragaton Maxi Challenge. Of course, there are a couple of jokes thrown out here and there, questions being asked. RuPaul just getting to know these queens a little bit more. Now, Kitty had my favorite moment when RuPaul said, you didn't get any title during the mini challenge. What would you have gotten? And she said, trade. And RuPaul looked at her like, girl, what? And it's Kitty's, why did you have to laugh so hard? That's not funny. Kitty was like, what? How dare you? But it was, girl, please. It was very funny, though. That RuPaul warranted a cackle. Crystal Versace being asked about, the win and, how do you feel about this challenge? And her bringing up her own body issues. I said, is this you leading us down the road of the apology that's going to happen later? Or are you just having a vulnerable moment and you want to share? Which, again, I can also respect and understand. But it's like that it gives hurt people. But also, she has her own body issues, and you're talking about somebody else. I said, all right, Crystal. Also, Charity Case, your American accent was as bad as my British accent. I like my British accent, but I know it's chop. I know it's a chop. Rehearsals were fun with OT, but I gotta say this. When Victoria came in and it was, excuse me, hi, this is my doctor's note that I received, and unfortunately I can only do A, B, C. I said, you're not going to make it far in this competition. This is already becoming an issue and something we're having to talk about every time you enter. Love Victoria Scone, but that knee's about to send her home. Also, the flirting back and forth, it was adorable and cute. It was like, sister, you still got your knee's still fucked. You're still in trouble. Rehearsals were fun. I don't want to go through everybody because it was a lot to take in. OT was giving them some serious choreography as far as tempo and speed. The one highlight I would like to give some time to would be Veronica Green. You made me so uncomfortable in this outfit. I don't know why. I think it was the Kermit the Frog socks with those heels too. This felt very attention. Make sure you're paying attention to me. Which, this is TV, and that's important. But it's no. It was a no. Let's go ahead and move into the workroom here. So many nice things were taking place. Apparently, Charity and Kitty were exchanging clothes. I think it was really Charity helping Kitty out, but I think they exchanged a little bit just because of what Charity was wearing for the workout routine. Get on over to Victoria Scone and Crystal Verface, okay? And Crystal and Victoria have their moment. Victoria, of course, mentions, hey, you had a go at me and how I looked. And I wasn't really happy about that. And Crystal explains herself and apologizes for the situation, to which then Victoria brings up her body issues that she's had before in her past and explaining why that was a triggerable moment for her. They gave Victoria time for that explanation. I was here for the story. But what was interesting about this is that here come little Electra. I hear you talking about body issues. Let me tell you my story now. Started talking about freckles and how they wanted to bleach their skin because people were calling them names and making fun of them, and how their boyfriend really helped them love themselves. I said, okay, we're just doing this today. I tell you what, if Electra, girl, this little bitch turned around to the entire cast, I won't even say that was producer prompted. No. I think that was Electra going for this moment. Nothing wrong with it, but I just said, oh, we're doing this today. Does anybody else here have issues with skin in their bodies? And my black ass, I'm looking at Vanity Milan like, okay. I heard someone say, I think we all have issues with our body and like how we feel in our skin, which I think a lot of us do. Regardless of how we're looking on the outside or the inside or what we're telling our friends and family, we all have some sort of issues that we are dealing with, right? Vanity, bitch, we got to this conversation about your skin tone, sister, and you being the darkest one in your family and how they were treating you, or when you went to school and the names they were choosing. Like, hearing Vanity express that was a powerful moment, and I'm also glad that they kept it real by saying, I am the only black queen here, and that's a lot of weight on my shoulders to carry because of how the fandom is, and also for other black people who are watching this show to see someone who they can see themselves in, okay? So, heavy moment there. Great. That was a good moment for TV, and I was here for Victoria mentioning, funny how this all got brought up from Crystal called me fat. But it's like, true tea. Actually, it's Electra turning around. Would the rest of the room like to talk? But that was a good moment from Drag Race. I'm glad they had that conversation. Let's get to the Dragaton and the runway. So the Dragaton Maxi Challenge was kind of fun. It was a little messy towards the end with everybody malfunctioning as robots and that sort of bit. But I did like it for the most part. But let's talk about what we witnessed here. The first group, Teresa. Remember when OT said, if you just put that personality in there, girl, it's going to sell you? You're fine. No chops for you. I was entertained. Vanity, I actually enjoyed your performance. I hated your outfit and I hated the wig. That wig was hideous. Hideous. Hide it. Throw it away. Throw that wig away. Now. It's bad. Bad. That outfit and that wig were terrible. But you did good. Electra, this was actually a cute moment for you. Maybe because it's like a performance outfit for a Friday night. You are offbeat. I don't know if you don't have rhythm. This whole, oh, she got excited, so she just was moving too fast. I don't think you know rhythm. I think you know I think you have technicality. I think you have moves and you know how to do certain stuff. I have yet to see you on beat, including the Little Mix song. I have yet to see you on beat. Matt, you're being mean. Being it, she does not know how to catch the beat. She does not know how to do it. What you were hitting moves seconds before other girls. It was like, what is going on here? We'll get to this lip sync in a second. But no, it was a no for me. It was a no for me. For the second group, Kitty, Scott Claus, and Veronica Green did really good. I enjoyed them, especially Kitty. Kitty was a good time to look at, as well as just the roaring and and all that type of stuff. I thought Veronica did a good job too. I thought Crystal and River did decent. I wasn't like, oh, Crystal's amazing. Oh, River's amazing. I thought they played their part well with Kitty and Veronica. I thought them as a group did the best. The Ball Busters were the best group. Absolutely. The BABYCIZERS, Ella Vidae was doing all the work. Scarlett, I could barely understand. The way she was talking, her lines were so fast. And then when she was doing her workout, it just, I didn't believe it. Victoria, you in that chair, girl, nope. And Charity Case, it's like you and Electra have the same problem for different reasons. Like, you don't know how to dance, so you're just not going to try. And if you are offbeat, it's because, well, you just don't know how to dance. This bitch knows how to dance. She just can't dance on beat. Charity looked a fool up there. Boo. It was a fool. It was a fool. I was like, oh no. And again, the end of this performance, it was just craziness, but I was still entertained at the end of the day. Now let's get to the runway. RuPaul, before I let you go, I enjoyed this. It's not a lot. It's a decent dress. I thought the wig was great, and I thought your makeup looked good. But the dress it's decent. It's one of these. It's lovely. It's lovely. A 7. It's lovely. Michelle looked good. Alan was a hoot. Nice to see you. And OT was a great guest judge. She was giving me a life and then some. Love her. All right. Category is, for the runway, red carpet showstopper. Ooh, I'm excited. Let's begin. First up is Theresa May. This green and white polka dot number dress with this beautiful, is that hair for the headpiece? This is, I actually really like this. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I love this look from Theresa. I think this is cute. Yeah, I think this is cute. They're sleeping on Theresa this season already in 2 episodes. I'm not here for that. Next up is Electra Boot. I'm sorry, Matt, giving us an extra in the Wizards of Waverly Place. Boot. Boo, Wendy Testerberger, boo. Girl, all this fabric in this wig. What is this wig doing on this head? This wig makes no sense with this outfit. This outfit makes no sense. It's too much fabric. Mama, you are tiny. Like, it is difficult when you... This reminds me of when Ginger Minge did all that fabric for All Stars and we were dragging her a little bit. Because she's like, girl, I have all this tulle on, but it's like, mama, it swallows you. It swallowed her. Electra, I want to like you more, but this... I can't get into it. Chop. Next. This is Vanity Milan. I love the dress. This purple lavender moment. It's gorgeous. I need that wig to be bigger. I need that wig to be a little stronger. A little stranger. You know what I'm saying? But she looks beautiful. I thought, Vanity, this was beautiful. I need a little zha-zha boom with the wig. That's all. Yeah, a little zha-zha with the wig. Kitty Scott Claus is next, and she's serving us a little Marilyn Monroe meets Madonna and Material Girl. I love this. There was an issue with you know, the black little bra coming up with the little corset underneath it. They did. I saw it when she was walking, but I thought this was cute. I thought, oh, Kitty looks so pretty. I was here for Kitty looks so pretty. I liked it. Next up is Crystal Verface. Excuse me, Versace. I want to call her Crystal Verface. Crystal her face. Ah. Stop. Crystal, I gotta give it to you, sister. Your mug is wop. It is right with God. That mug is right. You paid good money. Your doctor, they should someone get a referral. However, that breastplate looked weird because when you turn to the side, we could see, you know how some of those breastplates are just bibs, and this one was like the neck piece on top of it, so her head wasn't moving with it. It looked a little strange. But it still looked good. This green looked really good. It did. We've seen this, but it was good. Next up is River Medway. River, this is leaps and bounds better than last week. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I loved it. Blonde with this purple-ish pink, and I think the dress is cute. Yeah, I love it. I thought this was adorable. Next up is Veronica Green serving Kylie Minogue. Not Minogue, Minogue. Nope. Nope. I don't. This lipstick. Chop. Matt, you are if y'all loved it, I like it for you. If you loved it, I like it for you. I just cannot get into this. I thought that wig looked ridiculous on her. I thought the dress was fine. It was a decent dress. It's cute. But that wig and that makeup was a choop. It was a chop. Chop. Don't like it on her. Charity case. Serving little Koi orange cheese. Mama has I see why she wore flats last week. Mama has a tough time in these heels. Or maybe she's just walking a little strange. I don't hate this. I don't like it, but I don't hate it. It's all right. I don't like it. I don't hate it. I don't know how to feel. The lipstick. It's okay. It's okay. It's not the worst. It's not bad. Ella Vidae is next. Ella, I didn't know your arms were that. I said, okay, Cameron Michaels, come on with them arms. Come on for the gun show. Yes, Ella, I thought this was pretty. I think this is gorgeous. It's classic drag. Very beautiful to me. I loved it. I thought she was puss. Scarlett Harlett. I like this. It's simple, but I like it. It's okay. It's like first invitation to a red carpet. I don't have a designer, but I have this really pretty dress. And I have a friend who does kind of cute makeup. And maybe I have a good wig. It's all right. I like it. It's all right. It's all right. Last but not least is Victoria Scone. Victoria, this dress is ugly. Last week. This week. It's just so boring. It really is. It's just so boring. Like, everything about it. It's wrinkled and shit. Nope. I know your knee is swollen, girl, but they could have gave you a steamer or something. Shit. That's the runway. Let's get on with the rest of the episode. The top 3 of the week is Kitty Scott Claus, Crystal Versace, and Veronica Green. The bottom queens were Electra Shock. The bottom queens were Electra Fence. I want to call her Electra Shock so bad. Electra Fence. God, this name. Vanity Milan and Charity Case. Winner of this week's episode was Crystal Versace. Do y'all agree? The bottom 2 was Electra Fence and Vanity Milan. Vanity should have been replaced with Charity, and I low-key feel like they gave Vanity this bottom 2 because of the song. Low-key, high-key, all keys. For Untucked, the only thing that was memorable to me was Ella Vidae not being happy she was safe. She wanted to be in the top and felt like her look. And what she did for the team was was worthy of being in a winner's position. Vanity was not happy at being in the bottom because she's a dancer. Feel like she should have deserved to be in the bottom 2. 3, maybe. Bottom 5. Not even 3. Bottom 5. Yeah, I'll keep that. Bottom 5. But Untucked was simply a 5-minute show of oh and ah and oohs and wahs. And we finally get back to the main stage. Like I said, Crystal Versace won this episode. Bottom 2, Vanity and Electra Fence. What's the song, Maddie? Was it a hoot? It was. It was. The song was Moving On Up by M People. Moving on up, moving on up. Wow. None's gonna stop us. Listen. That song is always gonna be a bop. It's one of my favorite songs. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So I was nervous that Electra Fence was gonna be doing some, like, stunt work to this, okay? Vanity, don't lose this one, is all I kept saying to myself. But why would she lose this? Because Vanity's a dancer. Vanity cut the fuck up. Sure did. And that little dress, too, because I know, Mama, you was restricted a little bit. You had to pull it up sometimes to give a little nasty little walk. But I gotta tell y'all, when Vanity's wig came undone and she went with it and that hair started to shock, it was a wrap. That was it for me. Once that was done, I said, oh, she won. It was over. Meanwhile, this little baby over here is just... What are you doing? The adrenaline hits me and I just go, stop that now. Stop that now. Get some control. You would be so good, Electra Fence. Honestly, this is me also being positive and not just reading this baby. Electra would be so good if she chilled the fuck out. I'm assuming that when you do shows normally, you're on track. You're on the beat. Unless the adrenaline hits and then you just go all over the place. Girl, you were doing stunts that didn't need to be done. You were showing Kylie Sonique love from season 2 of Drag Race. Up. You remember when Kylie was just flipping around the stage while Morgan was dancing? This was that. And then some. But she was like off beat. Like, Kylie was actually on beat for the majority of her flipping. Like, to be real with you. This lady was breakdancing. Michelle had to say, what the fuck is this? It made no sense. You're a dancer. Start dancing. This baby threw herself at RuPaul and the judges like she was a UPS package not delivered on time. I'm telling you, that driver said, scoop! I said, Miss Thing, move it. It was a lot. I'm talking about did some breakdancing for no reason. Michelle said, what the fuck is going on here? She was trying her hardest. But Lord Jesus, I mean, the whole episode, girl, off track, off beat, just throwing whatever you can. I can't get into it. I'm sorry. Y'all can be impressed by it. I find it impressive that Electra Fence is talented in terms of technicality, but there is some rhythm. There's some rhythm missing. There's a little soul missing from her. I need a shakeup. So I'm going to say this, Electra, you were eliminated, clearly, because Vanity wore you low. Say that if Electra had just chilled out, maybe smoked a little something, you know, whatever the case may be, she'd have been fine. And I think Electra is very talented, but that wardrobe needs an update, and you need to just relax. That's all I'm saying for her. I'm not sure where Victoria Scone is on your fantasy league team, but you may want to switch that up, because it does not look too good for her. Hopefully her knee will be okay, but RuPaul at the end of this episode said, hold on, sis, come up to the stage. Yes, you and your wrinkled red dress. Please come up here. Wearing Chorizo's shoes. Workroom sneakers. I know Mama was hurting, so I felt really bad for her. But RuPaul said that they have to do another medical evaluation, and if they say that she is not able to compete, then she will have to leave the competition. I'm assuming with an open invitation coming to the following season or to the next season. But yeah, ooh, Victoria, this Eureka run, 10 queens remain. Who are you rooting for? What you think of this episode? Get in that comment section. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Don't forget to hit that like button, share, and subscribe before you leave. It's your boy, Matty Rants. I'll see you next week with another review and reaction for Drag Race UK Season 3. Don't forget the panel on Sundays, as well as the podcast on Stereo app, and Tuesdays and Thursdays on Airtime. I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.